We're having church on Sunday, and I hope that these pews behind me will be filled up. Well, half filled up anyway, for now. Here's James 1:2. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials. Jesus, in his teachings, had a way of turning our world upside down. The last shall be first, he said. The least shall be the greatest. Do you want to be great? Then serve. The smallest seed will become a large tree. The meek will inherit the earth. What benefit is it if you gain the whole world but lose your soul? The seed must fall into the ground and die if it is to live. You remember some of those? You can probably think of others yourself. James learned well from his brother, his teacher, his master. Consider it all joy, brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Our trials should cause us to rejoice. That's certainly upside down, because in the end they will refine and perfect us. Here's some more upside downisms in James. James 1:9. The brother of humble circumstances is to glory in his high position, and the rich man is to glory in his humiliation. And why is that? Well, he continues. Because like flowering grass he will pass away. For the sun rises with a scorching wind and withers the grass, and its flower falls off, and the beauty of its appearance is destroyed. So too the rich man, in the midst of his pursuits, will fade away. Here's another one, 1:26. If anyone thinks himself to be religious, and yet does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his own heart, this man's religion is worthless. There is value and merit in silence. It's less dangerous there. Verse 27, pure and undefiled religion in the sight of our God and Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. Maybe we ought to talk less and care more. Chapter 3, verse 7 and 8. For every species of beasts and birds, of reptiles and creatures of the sea is tamed and has been tamed by the human race. But no one can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil and full of deadly poison. The tiny little muscle in your mouth, the tongue, is harder to train than cats or alligators. Chapter 4, verse 9. Be miserable and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy to gloom. But why? Why is that? Because, verse 10, humble yourselves in the presence of the Lord, and he will exalt you. The properties that dictate success in this world's kingdom, power, influence, pleasure, happiness, wealth, food, are the very things that can prevent us from success in the kingdom of God. Make those things, the earthly things, the goal of your life, and you're aiming too low. You might hit them, but then what when it's all over? Let us aim higher for values that will last in this life and in the next. Chapter 4, verse 6. He gives a greater grace. Therefore it says, God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. May you experience his grace today.